Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be when she comes back after you've walked away from the interaction. Maybe she gave you the let's just be friends speech. And so how you should go about interacting with her and when it's appropriate to try to initiate contact. I got an email here from a guy he's actually in Europe, and I've done some phone coaching with him. And I've done some phone coaching for one of his friends who doesn't speak the same language as I do, but he's been translating for this other guy. And so this guy, this friend of his, had this girl, and he basically acted weak and needy. And then the girl gave him the let's just be friends speech. And so I told him to walk away and not do anything and wait to hear from the girl. And so she's starting to do things now that's obviously made it clear that she misses him and she's been thinking about him. And so he wants to know when he should reach out, when he should try to make something happen. So he says, "Hi, Coach. I'm writing you in regards to the friend of mine who likes this girl who's been acting flaky and has given him the let's just be friends speech. You and I talked about this before, and I told him to do exactly what you recommended, i.e. nothing, walk away and never look back. So he did, and now after 2 months, it seems to work. On several social networks, she has been posting how much she misses him and that he was the greatest thing she ever met, all with crying smiles. She is putting herself into his orbit by going online and staying there for a couple of hours, switching from Facebook to Skype as soon as he does. It is obvious that she wants to get in touch with him, but is too shy to text first, probably because she fears rejection. Now my question to you, does this obvious public demonstration of interest and regret justify that he give her a sign or initiate contact with her again? Or should he stay tough and wait for her to text him? Or is this posting and online chasing, can it be taken as a form of contact initiation? What is the best thing he can do in this situation? He fears that not responding at all may cause her to think that all hope is lost and that there is no more interest from his side. Would be a shame if a simple misunderstanding separated the two loving hearts. Thanks a lot, and all the best to you." Well, when you talk about loving hearts, you got to understand, obviously there wasn't much love in her heart when she dumped your buddy and gave him the let's just be friends speech and tossed him aside like the trash or like she was dropping a bad habit. The bottom line is your buddy acted weak and he acted needy and he got himself rejected. And so now after it's been a couple of months, because he just up and walked away, which is what most needy, insecure guys don't do. And so obviously that's confused her. And because human beings tend to look at the past through rose-colored glasses, and it's like we forget all the negative things the longer time goes by. And so the more time she's had to interact with other dudes and realize that most guys don't get it, it's like she starts to think about your buddy and your friend and what a great guy he was, because he was nice to her and everything. The only problem is he was too nice. And so he let her walk all over him, and she lost respect. And when a woman loses respect for a guy, she'll never love him. And that's why he got blown off. Most guys, when they get the let's just be friends speech, they go along with it thinking, oh, well, things will be different. Eventually, I'll be such a good friend to her that she'll want to start sleeping with me and or get back together with me and have sex with me again. And it doesn't work that way. Going the friendship route is just basically communicating, well, I'm willing to put my personal life on hold for hope, maybe that you'll like me in the future again sometime. And it just never works that way. And this particular girl is posting on her own, she's probably putting messages on her own Facebook in hopes that he finds it. Now here, what I've found in the past is like what women will do is that when they want to talk to you or they like you or even you haven't talked to them in a while, they'll start liking posts or things that you put on Facebook. And I don't respond to those. And then they'll start, and then when nothing happens there, then they'll usually start posting on your wall, or they'll send you a message to prod you along. And at the end of the day, your buddy's making a lot of assumptions. If he gets off of Facebook chat and then goes to Skype, and then he's on there for a few minutes, and then she logs on to Skype, and then he gets off Skype and then goes back to Facebook, she logs off Skype and then goes back to Facebook. I mean, it sounds like you're reading a lot into it, but at the end of the day, she's posting this stuff out there for public. I mean, how does she know that he's even seen it? And if she really cares, she's not going to want to take the chance of him not seeing it. At the very least, she'll send a message basically saying, hey, I was thinking about you. And that's what you want. When it gets to the point where it really bothers her and she's wondering, because she hasn't messaged him at all. She's just talking about it on her own social network and hoping that you'll see it. And, years ago in the past, I remember it was a girl I was dating, and so we had this fax line that sent the email of every single incoming fax to everybody in my office, and so there were like 40 people. And so there was this girl I was dating, and she, this is back a long time ago, it was like 10, 12 years ago, and I had fucked up a little bit in the beginning when I started dating her, and plus she was dating this other guy at the time. And so, because I would always see her text because she interacted with some of my employees business-wise. And so I would see her fax cover sheets, and then I could tell when she was trying to get my attention, she would start writing on the cover sheets, oh, hey, what are you girls, asking my girls that worked for me in my office, what are you all doing this weekend? We're going to be at such and such place for happy hour, in hopes that I say something or that I bring it up. And I would just ignore that stuff. And then sometimes like a week would go by, and then she would, when she saw that I didn't respond, I just completely ignored it. She obviously doubted that I saw it, but I could tell that's what she was trying to get a rise out of. She's trying to get me to chase her, and that's obviously what it sounds like that this particular girl is doing here. She's trying to get your buddy to reach out. And my advice to you is to do nothing, is just to go on about your life, because you want her at the point where she can't take it anymore, where she's like, well, I'm going to at least send him a message, because she doesn't know whether your buddy has seen her messages or her statuses or any things of that nature. Maybe he's not even been paying attention, and that's what's going to happen. The doubts are going to creep into her mind, and so she's going to take a little bit more risk. I mean, now she's posting stuff publicly about how she misses this guy. I mean, that's pretty bold to put something like that out there on your status if it was really that big a deal. And it's not much more of a risk to send a personal private message stating, hey, what's going on? Or, hey, how have you been? Or, I've been thinking about you and I kind of miss you. And when she reaches out to your brother, if she calls him, if she texts him, if she sends him a direct message on one of these social networks, then you respond. You just say, hey, great to hear from you. We should get together and catch up. When are you free to get together for a drink? Make definite plans. And at that point, when she reaches out to you and you go to make definite plans, I'm pretty 99.9% sure that she'll agree and she'll make her schedule open and available. And then you just start from the beginning, like it's a fresh slate. Because what happens is women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. And so when your buddy's being indifferent and he's not doing anything, because she hasn't messaged him directly, so she doesn't really know whether or not he's actually seen any of these things or if he's been online enough to see them. But if she messages him or posts something on his wall or speaks to him directly, then yeah, absolutely. Just take it as an opportunity. She's not going to come right out and ask him out. She'll just probably say, hey, what's going on? How you been? Stuff like that. And then he just simply needs to make a definite date and then treat it like the very first time they've ever gotten together. Don't talk about the past when you get together. Just go, have a great time, and then move it on over to your place for a nightcap later, and then seduce her, have great makeup sex, have a great time. Don't talk about relationships or getting back together or any of that stuff. Just treat it like a first date, like it's the first time you're ever going out with a girl. So if you have a question you want to ask me, go to my website, and on the Contact Me tab, which will be on the left-hand side of your screen, send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several days to get back to you with the response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook on my website, underneath the email sign-up box on the right-hand side is a link that will take you right to the download page on Amazon. And once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, on the right-hand side of the download page is a link you can click to download a free e-reader app for your smartphone, tablet device, or your computer. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the app and complete the purchase of my book. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these coaching video newsletters and the articles on my website and my ebook, you can show your appreciation by going to my website. And on the Wibia toolbar at the bottom of your screen, there's a PayPal donate button. Donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.